Stock market has been having a nice run since the bottom here on August 5th, as indicated by the NYA daily chart here. This 50% qualified and confirmed propulsion exhaustion up for the daily chart was almost tagged yesterday with this high, and here's the level here, so just a few points away, and this gets tagged and starts having further follow through to the upside. Then the 100% exhaustion up is at 21,000 something, so that would be the next target. And this sequential disqualified sell risk was almost qualified and confirmed on yesterday's bar. However, there was just a slight tick lower than the open, certainly more follow through to the upside to get higher than the previous 4 bars in the sequence, but it missed qualifying and confirming that and needs to start over. And a chart lines long-term overbought pressure alert up has printed, and up meaning it's overbought to the upside, so that's a bit concerning for some downside. You can see the pressure here is at 101.52, so once it pegs 102, it's at the top of that range there. The slow trigger is right up there with it, and the fast trigger is making a move to get under the overbought at 75, so it's just a 1.5 away or so from getting under there. And there's plenty of room for a little bit of a downdraft as indicated by the QQE, similar to RSI. It's well above 50, well above the slow QQE, looking good. And the plus DMI of the directional movement index is well above the minus DMI here, and ADX is above 20, so the directional movement is definitely to the upside as long as this stays above 20, so this is a good sign. And the Shanghai momentum indicator has been rather on the high side, so anything near 70 and above is quite high for that and due for a pullback. So there was 68 yesterday, and here's one that was over 70 the other day, so it's getting a little bit tired to the upside there. And there's no danger in getting this qualified for today, this 50% and 100% momentum down, as there was a close here the other day of 19,093.48, and this closed 19,100 something, so we would need a down close followed by an up close and then followed by a down close below this level in question, so that ain't gonna happen for today. Let's take a look at the RAC 1 and the PPO Extreme down here and ATR here. You can see that volatility spike up here and a little bit near the pain threshold, so there was definitely some pain there, but it simmered down, and some volatility to the upside in the RAC 1 as it was above 1.0 several days, so yeah, we're experiencing a bit of volatility, and this is volatility we like to the upside. We need to be concerned when it goes under -1. Nonetheless, it's volatility. And this is fast approaching the second most hated bull market. As you can see, this one with the PPO Extreme pointed down, price headed up. Same thing over here, so that's enough to give you a Maylacks moment. However, the Ulcer index here is definitely underneath the area where your stomach definitely settles down there. No need for Maalox, but we certainly had a moment up here just about as it needs to go above this red line here at 3 or get near it, and definitely a knife in the stomach feeling like back here and here. So things have simmered down as indicated by price. You can see that arrow up here to the upside, and then the arrow on the downside is pointed up. Same thing with the AD line for the NYA itself, so no negative divergences there. AD line is in corroboration with price, and the instruments above their 20 period simple moving average in the NYA is up there, getting 80, near 90. So once it starts getting to the top of this green range, it's time to turn around for a rest. I don't believe there's anything to worry about as far as serious downdraft, and it's probably more of a buying opportunity than anything. Wherever it ends up, you can see the MACD histogram in the thumbnail, and this green arrow is pointed up, so that concurs with the AD line in price. The KST short term is a little concerning, but it's a very sensitive indicator and definitely will lead the way for momentum, and it's just about to go under its signal line. It's only 0.2 points away, so, and definitely pointed down. RSI, you can see this green arrow right there is just about going sideways, maybe a little slight upwards trajectory. And the ultimate oscillator, same thing, pointed up, and this really gave a great indication on that huge downdraft. If you look at all of these indicators, they were all pointed down severely, but then the ultimate oscillator still had an upwards trajectory, so that was my indication to start looking for buys at the bottom of that huge downdraft. Back here, we'll look at price right here. So I'm really beginning to like this ultimate oscillator almost as much as I do the commodity channel index, which is in a buy status here anytime it's over 100, so it's above 100 and staying there. And you can see in the thumbnail pointed up a little bit. Good indications between these two. And the commodity channel index is similar to the Williams percent R, and it's above its 70 line too, so we're in good shape there, but due for a little pullback. And I could not get the on balance volume bottom red arrow here to point up as it looks like it does in the thumbnail, so I'll consider this legitimate in the main window with just the slightest downwards trajectory. I don't believe it's anything to be concerned about.